Given that we are using Azure and Docker, it makes sense to install the Azure CLI, which is basically a command line interface. One of the reasons is that your Azure image, the image that is used to create your Docker virtual machine in the Azure cloud, that requires a specific format. In this specific format, that is publisher, author, SKU, and version. And this is basically the Azure CLI format, and it makes sense to install the CLI so that we can kind of list out the images, choose a certain image, a certain version of an image, etc. So installing the Azure CLI is very simple. You just Google for it, and it's a simple Windows installer, and it's something in the range of 20 MB. And once you do that, when you're selecting your Docker host's image, and let's be clear here, we are talking about the operating system that will be used to run your Docker host. We are not talking about running your Docker host, running a Docker image or anything like that. We are talking about the OS where your Docker host or your Docker machine will be running. So like for example, I am recording this video on a Windows laptop, which means the OS I'm running on Docker on is Windows. So so you need to specify a custom operating system using this --Azure image flag. The default is Ubuntu, but you can specify any of these publishers. So you can use Debian, you can use RHEL, OpenSUSE, etc. And here's your Ubuntu as well. So Ubuntu is Ubuntu server. You can also use CoreOS, by the way. So let's go ahead and open the command prompt in order to execute the Azure CLI. Now what command do I need to run? Let's just go further down this page. Azure VM image list. So this is the command we need to run. Let's just copy, paste that over here. So okay, some information over here. If you do not specify the region and everything, it's going to actually ask you that. So now it's asking me what region I need to list the images in. Now I already know that I'm interested in the West US region. I'm not going to go into detail as to how to understand the regions and stuff that is commonly available. I'm interested in Canonical, which is basically the publisher for Linux or Ubuntu. Okay, one more note over here. The first time that you execute this command, it asks you to execute the Azure login command, and this basically logs you in, creates a session for you, so that it can use your Azure credentials in order to retrieve this list of Ubuntu VMs. So as you can see, there's a long list. So these are daily Ubuntu server versions that are published. You can see there is a list, there is a date as well. So that is 21st August 2016. We maximize that page, and over here on the right I can see the specific format that is required for the --Azure image command. So using this information, the command that we ran again was Azure VM image list, and using that command, the output can be used to populate your Docker machine creation. Using the information that I have obtained here, I can now populate my Docker machine command. I've already typed that over here. Docker machine create with the driver Azure and the Azure subscription ID, and now I need to choose the Azure image. So let's go ahead and choose Ubuntu LTS. Okay, I'm going to copy that, paste that over here, and let's choose a name. Since I've already created my first my first Azure machine, many of these resource groups and other steps are skipped. Basically, they're using the existing resources. Another interesting point here, I've stored my Azure subscription ID in an environment variable in Windows, and I'm just referencing that using the $ notation. And now we have entered this stage where it is creating the virtual machine. As you can see, it's using Ubuntu 14.04 using the specific image that we specified. One note here is that you do not always have to specify the release date for that image. You can use latest as well. So one thing you would have noticed is that we end up having to specify the Azure subscription ID every single time. But one little known fact is that this is not really needed every single time. If you have the following environment variables already set in your machine, then these variables get automatically populated. So now in my machine, I already have this Azure subscription ID populated. This means I do not need to explicitly specify the Azure subscription ID every single time. Let's try this out. I'm going to create the same machine that I created previously, which by the way, I've already created it as Azure 02. Okay, I'm going to create machine called, okay, let me just type this again. Canonical Ubuntu server 14.0.14.0.4 LTS latest. Okay, so note that I'm using latest instead of using that tag over there, and I'm going to name it Azure 03. Sorry, the difference though is I'm going to remove my Azure subscription ID. I'm going to use the environment variable which I had created previously. There. So as you can see, it works perfectly without you having to specify your Azure subscription ID every single time. And that concept, using all this information as environment variables, that can be extended to various other parameters. So for example, if you always use one Azure image, you can specify that as an environment variable instead of having to specify your Azure image every single time. And then there's other variables like Azure environment, Azure location. So for example, if you are always going to create your images in the West US region, then you can specify your region, your location as a variable called Azure location. And then the same goes for your resource groups, your size, this is your instance size, and then your SSH user, your subnets and other stuff, availability zones and stuff like that. So the command seems to have failed. This was during creation of our instance Azure 03. Let's take a look at the error. Status code 409. Operation not allowed. Operation results in exceeding the quota limits of core. Maximum allowed is 4 and the current in use is 4. Let's try to understand what this means. I just basically Googled it. And what this means is that our quota was exceeded. What's a quota? Since we are in the trial version, basically our subscription has limits. And again, you can use the CLI to list the usage limits. Copy and paste that over here. So I have already run this, and as you can see, in a region, the number of cores I can deploy is 4. That's the limit, and the current usage is 4, and this is the reason why I received that specific error. Just a little heads up that your trial version does have limits. It's not an unlimited trial, so you should keep that in mind. So now we need to delete our existing instance. We need to free up some resources in order to be able to create additional VMs in the same region. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove some of our existing Docker machines. And how do you list Docker machines? Docker machine ls. machine Azure 03 in our Docker ls has returned some weird little error message, and this looks like possibly a Docker bug that it did not clean up after itself. So let's go ahead and delete this Azure 03, which is basically a corrupted kind of instance. So rm-f Azure 03 -f will force removal. If you do not want to force removal, you need to remove the -f, which will basically ask you if you want to remove it. One notice that came up was that we need to check the Azure portal to make sure that we do not have any leftover resources, and that makes sense. Possibly that Docker may not have visibility into everything that our Azure portal is providing. Okay, so our Docker machine Azure 03 has been removed. Docker machine ls. Okay, now let's also remove one additional Docker machine, rm-f Azure 02. Okay, our Docker machine Azure 02 has also been removed. Docker machine ls will now list only one machine which is running in the Azure driver. By the way, just a quick note, we will always have one additional machine in Docker machine ls output, which is basically our current Docker machine, which is this terminal which is running within a Docker machine, and that is basically the way that Docker runs within Windows. With all this done, now we can go ahead and rerun our Azure 03 command. Docker machine create. No.